do we have a crowded field of ambushers here. Guys running both tonight and in tomorrow night's Nextel Cup race. And even a few guys doing triple duty.
Going to see where they're starting both tonight and tomorrow night. Earnhardt Jr. starts on the pole tonight, 30th in tomorrow night's Sharpie 500.
That would be 15 drivers in all running tonight and tomorrow night. A few of them, like Kevin Harvick and Carl Edwards, also ran the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race here on Wednesday night, which Carl won, starting in the back and going to the front.
There we see, on board with Carl Edwards.
One of those with whom we will ride tonight.
And there were some tire games in that race.
Oh, yes.
Guys that tried to stay out.
Carl Edwards, it was a 200-lap race. He stopped at 100 and made one stop.
Yeah.
One of the big stories in the NASCAR Busch Series this week, a driver change in that car. Bobby Hamilton Jr. And the team splitting company, each with different sides of the story as to why they've parted company. But that is the veteran Mike McLaughlin that's behind the wheel of the 25 tonight for Team Marines and Renzi Motorsports.
And when they first announced that Hamilton Jr. was out of the car, they said that Jeff Green would be the driver. And next day they'd come back and say, whoop, we're a little bit too fast on that. It's McLaughlin. All right, here we go.
250 laps at Bristol. The roar will let you know it's time to start. Earnhardt Jr. brings him down to the green flag. So far, so good.
Tony Lane just forced his way into second spot. This kind of...
He spoke so soon. These guys are really jamming. Got trouble off turn 4. First lap, Johnny Sauter and Mark Green. And who's that that collected Mark? That is Eric McClure.
Eric McClure.
So the answer to your question would be, we were correct. One lap.
One lap.
We said under 2, didn't we?
I'll give you credit for that.
Oh, me.
That is why you want to start up front in a race here at Bristol. That started maybe about 12th in line and just kind of accordioned on back.
Looks like somebody got in the back of the 27 and forced him. And here comes McClure. Hard contact. There's another car involved as well. He's going to drive away.
Problem with these coming out of turn 4 here, there's no place to go. You can't get away from the wreck.
Stay down.
There you go. Okay, I'll go high. And
You're good. You're good.
he only had one he had to deal with. Those guys behind him had a bunch.
That started about 11th place, wound up back about 25th, and that is the big mess that resulted. Thunder Valley, Bristol Motor Speedway in eastern Tennessee, where the NASCAR Busch Series runs 250 laps tonight, and they only got one of them done under the green flag before the first mess of the evening happened. Caution out when several cars got involved in a big pileup. It started back up about 12th place or so in line, and by the time the accordion factor was done...
You see, Casey Atwood in the 14 car, right there, he's on the apron of the racetrack. He turns it sideways, so the 27 car, the car in front of him, Jason Leffler, backs off, and Johnny spins his car to avoid hitting him, and then behind him cars start spinning out, getting run in the back of, and pretty soon you've got Mark Green getting clobbered by Eric McClure, also Tina Gordon involved.
So 4 drivers' cars suffering some pretty severe damage in the accident. And you see that Eric McClure's car not likely to be driving anymore this evening except up onto the ramp truck. Boy, they get some people to turn out here, don't they?
Man, unbelievable. You know, Wednesday night in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, a huge crowd here at the Bristol Motor Speedway.
Well, this is a very cool place to watch a race.
Oh, man. What's he doing here?
That's your man, Wally.
My man, BP.
What's the deal here?
Well, we're going racing next week.
Oh, really?
And our bet. Is our bet still on? Same as last year, top 5?
What was the deal now? If you finish the top 5, I got to wash your car. If you don't, how many races are you going to run now?
5.
Okay, you got to finish the top 5 in one of those races.
Yes.
If you do, I wash your car.
Yes.
If you don't, you wash my car.
Yes, like I did last year.
Of course the deal. Of course it's all. Are you nuts?
And there's also a, you know what, BP, looking at you, there's a look-alike contest this year. Look-alike Mr. Clean. At Fontana on Friday. I think you ought to join in.
But my chest muscles have fallen. That's my problem.
I'll tell you what, at 10:30, come to the NBC compound and wear your white t-shirt. We'll enter you in the contest.
You think so? I don't.
If you're out in Southern California next Saturday, Friday, I'm sorry.
Next Friday, yeah.
And you look like Mr. Clean, show up outside of Turn 4 at the California Speedway at 10:30. If you can clean like Mr. Clean, you could win some neat stuff and get a garage tour, too. Still clean it up. Get it? Clean it up. I get it.
Roma hits home on TNT.